Yeah.
It's almost like he can't put it down.
He's obsessed. It's okay.
I mean, I remember this one time when I got a new toy from Mama. It was a great toy. I never put it down. It was a stick, but it was a great stick. And I couldn't put it down for like weeks until, you know, I broke it. But anyway.
What'd you do, Ray?
I have to get my...
By the way, everybody, I'm drinking. If you're new, not new. If you're tuning in just now, I'm drinking.
Look at that. These halflings were drunk when they built this. Look at that. It's so...
Somebody please clip that.
Half-hour show? Half-hour show?
Half-hour show. We're 7 minutes over. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Have a good night.
I'll have to play some more intros because you guys are being silly gooses. Hello, everyone! Welcome to D&D with the Banana Brothers.
Hello.
I had a mishap earlier with the microphone. I was clicking buttons and I accidentally turned.
You know, if
know.
there wasn't a microphone or sound issue in an episode, it wouldn't be a episode of ours. Yeah,
it would be Banana Brothers. So, a quick announcement before we get started. This week and next week, so what's today? The 16th and the 23rd. We're going to be streaming D&D with the Banana Brothers just like normal. I also plan to run a bunch of crafting streams throughout the week like I have been doing. However, we are going to be out for 2 weeks, the 30th and the... whatever.
7th.
The 7th. Because I'm taking a staycation. And it's not going to be fun because I am cleaning out our storage room. But I am going to rearrange the stream studio and rearrange the craft studio because I need room for some of the scatter that you guys are going to be seeing soon. So I am taking those. We are taking those 2 weeks off. I'm not going to do any streaming. I'm just taking a summer break, mental break, relaxation, except for the cleaning part, and not stress. I am also planning on spending some of that time working on the second arc of the story. The first arc is almost done, depending on where our intrepid adventurers
Intrepid
go next.
By the way, the ending of the arc is going to be a complete surprise for the party.
For the party. Well, just to recap, as you all know, after the Banana Brothers accidentally toppled the East Tower because a hill giant was throwing boulders at them.
I don't think we should be responsible for that.
Yeah, totally weren't responsible. Listen, I cleaned the place up and made sure we dusted for our fingerprints, make sure they weren't there.
You're never getting your deposit back.
Yeah.
They headed southward.
We trashed the hotel room, guys.
Along Thanes Pass, looking for shelter because it was raining, torrential rain, torrential storms. The river had overflowed so much that just as they got across the river with their cart and horse food too, the bridge was washed away. And so they found refuge in a cave where they split the party, causing me to split the maps. And Daros, Horsefood 2, and Jenny stayed at the entrance. And the other 3 traveled downward, spiraled downward into the cave. Daros, unfortunately, was assaulted immediately with a barbarian who had a body over his shoulder, who was thrown to the ground upon seeing Darrow standing there, and he was attacked. So Darrow's managed to hold off the not only the barbarian but the druid that followed up right behind him, kept the barbarian healed for most of the time. And meanwhile, our other 3 brothers traveled down into the tunnel, lost communication through their rings with Daros, and they encountered what looked like a den of thieves. There was definitely a master thief, there was a dwarf healer, there was a ranger, and all sorts of chaos ensued. They managed to finish off their enemies at the bottom of that cave, almost missing out because the healer ran away a couple of times, but Glaton was able to catch up and do some swift backstabbing on that. So currently they are all, well, not all, 3 of them are now at the entrance to the cave examining the 2 definitely dead bodies of the enemy. This other person, who they don't know who that is, but they were definitely just a slumped over body when they were brought into the cave. And Ukokna decided to take a nap with the tied up dead body of the master thief near the fire, because he just needed a nap. So he is currently down at the bottom of the cave, sleeping by the fire with one of the other enemies. I don't think you tied up the healer, though, did you? Left kind of him, the dwarf healer, out in the other part?
Yeah, no, we didn't tie him.
You didn't tie him up. So that's where we left off. Take it away, brothers.
So we're looking at the body, and I look over to my brothers and say, did you guys make sure to tie up all the loose ends downstairs?
No, they were no longer breathing.
Okay, we'll have to talk about that in a little bit, but what about this fella here? He came in on this barbarian's shoulder, and he just threw him to the ground, and then he attacked me, so I had to.
I just wake them up.
You did a lay on hands, and they became conscious, but they're still laying there with their eyes closed. So you don't know. I mean, they haven't said anything yet.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Hello?
I'm right here, brother. You don't have to talk in the ring.
He's talking to the guy on the floor.
I was talking to the guy on the floor. Maybe they don't want to talk. Maybe they don't talk common. I could try other things.
You see that the figure on the ground is moving, and they stir and sit up, and a hand reaches up and kind of caresses their neck, like oh, they got hit from behind or something. Their head's hurting them, and they are wearing a flowing overcoat. It's riddled with buckles and other fasteners, and they have sturdy boots on. That also have buckles, and straps all the way from the ankle to the knee. They're wearing dark brown breeches and a light brown blouse open at the neck. Their hands are gloved, though each one is different. The right hand has a light cloth fingerless glove on it, whereas the left hand has a thick black glove with more metal fasteners. They have long brown hair that extends rope-like over their shoulders and all down their back. And they look up at you, and I believe the last thing they said to you was, "Where is Uko?" After looking around. Also, as soon as they spot Horse Fu 2, they scramble away, like scuttle like a crab walking across the floor as far away to the other side of the cave wall entrance from Horse Fu 2.
You don't have to be scared of the horse. He's all right.
They say, is that yours?
Yeah, he's magic. He does whatever I tell him, and he understands when we talk to him.
Well, magic or not, keep him away from me. I hate those things.
Okay, Horse Fu 2, you go over there in the corner, a little bit further. Yeah, perfect.
So where's Uko?
Downstairs sleeping.
By the fire.
Down.
Who are you? We can.
Oh,
How do you know Uko?
I'm so sorry. I'm Dynan Idor.
Dynan!
Oh, they want you to do something.
We have weapons for you, I think.
Yes. Your father told me. I've been looking for you.
Oh, thank God. We've been looking for you.
Well, the weather's been terrible. I had a run-in with these thieves. They took my caravan.
Who are these thieves?
Well, they've been running a ring, it looks like, and I was avoiding them for the longest time because I needed to keep track of you. Hey, Chief!
Oh, this is early.
Thank you
I'm
for
not
the
even
This is
drunk.
an early song, yes.
I'm the Chief.
All
And I'm
right.
not even drunk.
You got
yet.
him before he's drunk.
Man.
Hey, Wolf. We need a raid song from
Hey, Wolf.
Deros.
Okay. All right.
Let's hear it. He's got nothing.
Oh, my sweet bear is raiding, and I love it. Thanks for raiding.
We can't even see your face.
tonight. Well,
Probably on
anyway,
purpose.
thanks, Bear, for raiding us tonight.
Was that your Michael Jackson? Because that was terrible.
Then no, it wasn't.
It was decent in comparison to his other raid songs.
That's true. He did have something a little more prepared that time. So
He was a person this time.
Yeah,
Usually
yeah,
he's
yeah.
a plesiosaurus or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
you're not wrong. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. We are discovering what they've just discovered. Dynan Idor, who is the one they've been looking for, and apparently Dynan has been looking for them.
I would have known this had I had my notes way over there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so let's go downstairs maybe and take, should we take all this stuff downstairs?
Yes. That's my stuff.
Oh, well, this cart and this box is ours.
Oh, yes. No, I don't want anything to do with your stuff. I don't need that.
And my horse, you can't have that.
Oh, don't worry.
You're
I
scared
do
of it.
not want your horse.
Yeah.
I'm definitely afraid of horses, and they stand up, and they do not.
Even while they
They
sleep,
walk
it's so
completely
cool.
around. Yeah, no, they walk around the horse, giving it wide berth.
Are there other thief bandits around that we need to worry about the entrance of the cave?
Dynan looks around at the floor and sees the druid and the barbarian, and then looks at all of you and asks, "How many were there down in the cave?"
There's 3 downstairs.
That's it then. There were 5. I was tracking 5 at one point. Then I had to abandon that to find you before I missed you. I knew that we would be passing on the road around this time, and I couldn't pursue them.
Gotcha. All right, so we don't have to guard the entrance, you don't think?
Well, Dynan, it is certainly a good fortune running into you here at Hilda's Lament.
This isn't Hilda's Lament.
Damn.
You thought this was Hilda's Lament? Did they not tell you in town? Did you not ask in town?
Well, we might have
we don't-
forgotten to ask more about
don't
that.
really ask
We're not very good
questions.
in towns.
Yeah. And pulleys.
And pulleys, yeah.
And we're getting better at that one.
We did have the sepia map that showed us a blue dot here, though, somewhere around here.
I'll show the group there. You show it to Dynan?
We show it to Dynan.
What are you showing?
That sepia map we got from the drow.
Yeah.
We have a map? Come on, that doesn't get old.
It really doesn't.
You're not helping, Baton. Dynan looks at the map and says, yes, I see. I knew about these locations.
Okay, good.
Yeah, this is very good information. And
should we talk to Dynan? We got this off of some drow people that tried to murder us.
Yes, that makes sense. There's actually begin to look out for 2 more. From the rumor I've heard is 2 more have made their way across the sea to and they're tracking you.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, that doesn't sound good.
So, but you're close. You're not at Hilda's Lament now, though. Hilda's Lament, and they go on to tell you the story of Hilda's Lament as you're walking down to Uko sleeping.
All right, we got the bodies too. We're gonna get the druid and the barbarian and drag them down with us.
Okay.
We're going down inside the cave?
We'll take the cart too if it fits.
Hold on, we just did it again. What is the story of Hilda's Lament and what is Hilda's Lament? Like we did that as a meta perspective of not asking questions.
She was about to tell you, not she, they. She's a they. They were about to tell you who Hilda, the whole story, and you just stopped her.
Well, I'm just as we're going down as the story's being told, this is what we're doing.
Okay. Right? All right. Dynan looks at the cart and thinks that it might fit down there. You could try. There might be some narrow parts, but you guys remember going down once and coming back up, that you think that the horse and the cart could travel downward. It's going to be steep at some points, and it's going to be a lot of effort to pull it back up, but
you've got Daros.
You've got horse food too as well.
Do we really need to take this thing down, Des?
Well,
we need to take the what's the thingy down? The case of the explosive stuff.
Yeah,
we need to take that with us.
Dynan looks at you and says, "What are you bringing along?"
This is going to Stonebridge.
What is it?
It's some rocks.
It's boom rocks.
It's explosive stuff.
They put their hand on their head and say, "They're not making you take powder down to old Rickman, are they?"
Alan Rickman, right?
Again, it's Gordon Rickman.
Oh.
It's Gordon Rickman.
Gordon von Rickman.
And Dynan says, every time someone's coming out of Netherwork, they send more powder to that madman. Whatever. Fine. You need to guard it. It's valuable. If we want to carry it down there on the cart, fine. But
well, you said there's no more thief bandits around, so maybe we don't have to worry about it.
There's always the problem with trolls, but I don't know what they'd see in an old crate full of black powder. And they're shaking their head.
It's not boogers.
How about this? I and Horse Food 2 will go first, and you can stay back, Dynan, and avoid the horse, okay? And I'll go forward.
Absolutely. So as you're heading down, what was it? We said about 200 feet toward the cave where Uko was napping. They tell you that the homestead where they're currently living once belonged to the Emberstone family and was abandoned soon after Lady Hilda Grimstout, who was Thane Dury Emberstone's mother, disappeared while exploring the temple ruins. She lived a quiet life, you see, Dynan says, safely tucked away inside the sturdy walls of this fortress. But Dury had ascended to the throne and was well established in Direbrook. His twin, Seamus, traveled across the Silver Sea to Ravenscroft to make a name for himself outside the shadow of his brother. But Hilda loved to explore, going by the notes she left in her diary, and her last known location was the Temple of the Night Serpent, the old temple ruins. Folks also call the area Hilda's Lament, as she was never seen again after she and her companion ventured downward.
Oh, so it's a building.
Do you know who the companion was that she was with?
The information is all in her diary, just some lady companion that she took with her, just a friend of hers.
A friend. Probably owed her money from college.
Dylan just looks at you. Oh. They don't know. They just know the sort of the history.
Okay.
What? As you're starting to travel down and do this, Dinah snaps their fingers and hurries back out to the entrance and says, "I'll be right back."
I follow her all the way. Say, "Can I help?"
Okay. And she doesn't mind that you're tagging along. She's like, yes, I just have to check on Dan.
Oh, all right. Let's go check on Dan.
And so she runs outside the cave entrance, and there is that noise that Darrow's heard earlier of the clanking sound and rattling wheels of a very large red caravan, an old peddler's cart with a roof and windows on it and a jockey box. And there attached to the yoke is a very brown spitting camel, and she runs up to the camel and pats him on the head. And you doing okay, Dan? Everything all right, Dan? She makes sure that he's fed and taken care of, and then says, "All right, you stay here, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna clear up the mess that these brothers have gotten themselves into down in the cave." So she heads back down into the cave.
Nice to meet you, Dan.
And she seems happy enough not to have to be anywhere close to Horse Futu. So you find your way down to the cave, the cavern room, that large chamber, and then across the way was the other area where all the other crates and barrels were located from the thieves' den. And there is Uko lying on by the fire, and next to him is a very tied up, very dead master thief. You did step over the dead healer as well. And across the room from where Uko was laying down, there was the dead archer.
Dinah, do you sell armors and stuff like that?
They say, yeah, I that's what I do. I'm a merchant, and I travel between Stonebridge and Direbrook, and I find many things. I used to be a soldier in the army, but
I'll be right back then. And I'm gonna go back. I'll leave Horsefu as far away as I can in the chamber, and I'm gonna go back to the dwarf healer and strip the armor and bring that back so that Dynan can use it just to sell.
Okay, all right. So while you're doing that, she looks and she sees Uko lying by the fire, and she was like, "Oh, there he is. Good. So the four of you are okay." Dynan seems very, very happy that the four of you have survived thus far.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for the void of confidence.
You gonna wake your brother up, or what are you gonna
do? Uko, it's time to get up, buddy. Sorry to wakey. Hands off Snakey.
What?
You also notice next to...
This is Dynan.
You also notice next to Uko are some more gold coins that just somehow always seem to appear next to him after he's napped, as well as a shiny, white, thin book.
Cool. Is that yours, Uko?
The Santa Fairy came.
Well, yes. I look over there and I see the shiny white book and I say, "That's it! That's it!"
Is that your coloring book?
I had a dream. Oh. I just took a nap and I'm feeling a little bit better now, although I still have some holes and possibly some arrows stuck in me.
We probably should have taken those out before you napped.
You're not leaking blood, though, so I think you're good.
I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm not dead yet.
We're not feeling it. We're going to be stone cold dead in a moment.
There's always that.
That nice lady, her name is Timora. I gotta keep remembering that. But she told me during my dream, she said, "Hey, I forgot to give you something last time we talked." And then she gave me this book, and that's it.
Oh.
This is my Book of Shadows.
Cool, man.
Yeah. And
why is it bright and white?
Shadow puppets. He's put it on the screen.
Oh, cool.
I love it.
She told me I have too much fire stuff and too many damaging things, so I need to learn to be a better person. And so the cantrips that I originally got from Zizi, she fixed them. And but I'm not sure if I like all of them because there's that. And I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Guidance.
You probably don't need that one.
And I got this one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. This one looks pretty cool, but I don't know what that thing is.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay. So he's got some good cantrips going there. Excellent. Dynan is just patiently watching you, and you don't really notice them while you're excited about your shiny white book. But then you look up and see this stranger asking about you.
And I wave to her. "Hey there, who are you?"
Dynan says, I'm Dynan Idor. I was told to look out for you. Your father sent me to make sure that you made it this far. It's luck I found you, because from what I understand, you thought this was Hilda's Lament, and it is not Hilda's Lament, but I can take you there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's not far from my homestead. I
was told to give you this short sword when I saw you.
Yes.
And I present the sword. What is that? What do we have to do there?
Well, you want it re-enchanted, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Please.
Well, we'll do that back at my homestead. I am tapped out right now.
Okay.
And I will do that overnight for our trek to Hilda's Lament. I think we should go in the morning. It's not a safe place to go at night.
Okay.
So if
Neither was this place.
Well, obviously, and they look around and see, and then Dynan goes over and starts gathering up the crates that belong to them. There's barrels and crates that have different markings on them. You recognize the marking from, I don't want to get my campaigns mixed up. You recognize definitely a Direbrook marking, because you recognize it from the brew barrel that you guys had. And you recognize definitely the Raven and Cross swords from Ravenscroft. And
that's the name, Ravenscroft. Man.
And then there's another symbol that has runic. Do any of you know Elvish?
I believe I do. Hang on one second. I have to pull that up.
Yeah, I do, but I don't read. Never mind.
I think Chief's having salad for dinner.
But she wanted tacos, and right now I would like to have tacos.
Yeah, tacos sounds good.
We made fish tacos the other day. They were very good.
Yum.
But I can comprehend languages as a spell if I'm trying to read something.
I speak the Elvish.
Okay. So Darrows recognizes the G and the F on the leaf-shaped, the scrolled leaf on one of the crates, and
Goldfinger.
And Darrow says, before he could say anything, Dynan says, yes, that's from the Elven Kingdom of Tsara. These are a lot of these are my deliveries and merchandise that I transport back and forth between Stonebridge and Direbrook. So they look around and sees Darrows and kind of overlooks Beaufort and Glaton.
Who has a tiny saw?
crows decided to do yard work outside.
Oh, that's the weed eater right next to your window.
There. I'm like, I didn't say anything. I'm like, honey,
please do this. Not
literally
8 o'clock.
trimming the bushes by the Stream Studios windows. So I love him.
That is amazing.
And I'm not going to say a word.
Some would wonder if he's doing it on purpose.
No, he's not. He didn't think about it, and I didn't remind him. So we'll just have. I have my mic over here, so hopefully.
I wasn't that bad.
Okay.
I thought it was like a bee in here. It was a murder hornet.
Everyone's like, ah. So what? So looks at Daros and says, "Can you please help me? Maybe get some of these crates. This is gonna take me several trips." I'm
gonna clear out my bag of holding and say, I'm gonna say you can use this to transport them upstairs if you need.
She looks at the cart and she says, "Some might fit in there."
Yeah, and the bag of holding can hold some stuff.
Okay.
Just help me move the box off, and we'll move it.
Sure.
Well, but Dinah says you'll need to bring this powder back up. So.
Well, we're gonna unload it onto your cart.
I was thinking we would unload the powder here, move all of her stuff up to her cart, and
then come back down for our powder.
Yeah.
She says, "Sorry, the knock on my head. Oh, it really did a number. As soon as I get this done,
Can your cart hold all this stuff?
Oh yeah. It's a large. You saw it. It looks like a peddler's cart. It could be used as a small home on wheels. It's one of those. Little House on the Prairie. How they had everything in there with the big.
I think I did see that scroll at some point. It was a nice picture.
But it's very large on the interior, and they basically can travel with all this merchandise like a peddler's cart.
Okay.
It's much bigger than the cart that Horse Futu is hauling around. So after a while, go ahead.
Hey, we will help you carry up all the stuff.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Can I do an insight check on her?
Absolutely.
Them.
It's okay. They are fine with any pronoun.
Gotcha. 22.
Are they fine with plural too?
Yes. They're being completely honest. They're there to help you out. They're there to help your dad out. They made a promise to your dad. They seem very sincere. You feel like you've made a new friend for sure.
That sounds like a nice people.
I do like your rope hair, Dynan. It kind of reminds me of mine.
And she kind of give you a fist bump.
Cool.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to wax yours?
They said that they've had this for so long, they don't even think about it anymore. It just gets cleaned in the rain and
Yep.
And that's enough. But yes, it looks exactly like yours.
Cool.
The only thing that's unusual about them is the fact that that left hand is fully gloved and has buckles and snaps all over it. You never see any part of their pretty brown skin underneath.
And there's no orange in her hair, is there?
Their hair. They have a top hat on and a set of goggles on top of their head. You don't see all the hair. You just see the part hanging down the back.
Did you just teleport here from Ravnica?
They're very steampunk looking. Yes. Yes. Imagine steampunk. Yes. But you don't see the you want to ask her?
Yeah, you're not Galaderos' child, are you?
She kind of chuckles, and she's got a big, wide, beautiful, toothy smile with dimples, and they say, "No."
Oh.
No, I'm not. Okay. I'm not a sibling. Sorry, boys.
Well, that's okay. You just something very familiar about you.
Are you one of his many apparent partners?
They kind of shuffle their feet and smile and look at you kind of sweetly, and they say
that's enough. That's fine.
Yeah, they don't finish that sentence. Okay.
I think that's good for all of us, because I might have just thrown up a little bit in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm sorry, brothers. I shouldn't have asked.
That's okay. That's okay.
Are we carrying all these boxes?
Yeah. You're unloading. You guys have unloaded the powder from the cart, and you're refilling it with all those barrels and crates and sacks of goodies that the thieves had stolen.
But we're not going to forget to look at the bodies of the druid and the barbarian and the dwarf, and make sure we see if there's anything on them that we might be able to use or sell or something.
Right. Crate and barrel. Yeah, thanks, Rylan. That's why I said barrel and crates. You did already look at the dwarf cleric and got the stuff off of them.
Right.
And I've put that in Dynan's cart when we get up there.
Right. And the ranger had just a longbow on them, nothing fancy. The master thief had 2 potions of healing on them, as well as about 20 gold.
Uko, you want to hold those potions?
Sure.
Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes.
Well, you're the only one without a healing spell, so it makes sense. Keep them close to your heart.
And you die easily.
And they attack you for some reason all the time.
Yeah, you're like a monster magnet.
But I found 3 more arrows.
That's outstanding.
He's still plucking them out of his leg.
You found them or acquired them? Or...
No, he's removing them from his body from a place he didn't see yet.
It's the problem is the magnetic fields. It pulls together the iron from the arrowheads. That's the problem.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
These were given to me. I'm not giving them back.
Is wondering at your profound physics lesson as they're slowly filling up the cart, and they are definitely staying away from horse food too.
Yeah, why do you not like horses, Dinah?
And they start to explain that they had served in the
army.
In the army for Lord Ravencroft's father years ago during the first battle for the Obsidian Wilds, and during a horrible skirmish with the orcs at the time, she was trampled by a horse, and she looked sheepishly. They look sheepishly at their left hand and shrug.
Oh, did it step on your hand?
You could say that, they said.
Would it be better if Horse Food 2 turned into some sort of dog?
Well, I mean, as long as it can pull the cart, I'll just stay away. I'll be in my caravan anyway with good old Dan. I like Dan.
Well, it might be better if Horse Food 2 turned into some, like, barbecue.
Unfortunately, I think it would just disappear once it no longer
has any
was
hit points?
made of hit points. I'll fix it when we sleep. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it right now.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just keep my distance. I appreciate all the help I can get, but they definitely pick up one of the larger crates, and you guys all notice that they pick up a large crate, and that left hand has no problem lifting it up.
Cool.
And so after, I would say it would take 3 trips up and down to transfer everything onto the caravan outside, and now Gliton and Daros and Uko, you see what Beaufort saw earlier, this magnificent large caravan. It's painted red and has windows and shutters on the windows, and a jockey box on the front, and a little step up from the back, and pots and pans and things that the thieves didn't have time to untie from the rafters of it are still clinging there. And slowly...
What's that big animal thing?
Oh, it's Dan. Dan's my camel. Have you not seen a camel before?
Never seen a camel before.
That's my Dan. He goes with me everywhere I go. He's happy to pull the cart. I feed him well.
It looks delicious.
Oh God!
Can we make a roast out of him?
And she looks at you and says, "You stay away from Dan."
Can we smoke him?
No.
Camel, I get it.
Oh, Rylan, you missed it. They're talking to Dynan. So anyway, they take, like I said, 2 or 3 trips in total to bring everything up. What are you guys doing with the bodies and other stuff that's down in
Just gonna leave them in the cave.
Turn into skeletons in the cave for future to freak out future adventurers.
Maybe we should bury them or something.
We could burn them, maybe.
What about the blue light?
Yeah.
What blue light?
And Dynan looks puzzled. What blue light?
We show her the map again. Aren't we right over this blue dot on the map?
She says, "Dear, I told you, this is not Hilda's Lament."
Oh, but how do we know this blue dot is over Hilda's Lament?
Well, she gets out her map from the caravan, and she points to a map that has words to it.
Oh, words.
And she said, and she says,
I remember those.
See, it says here, Hilda's Lament. You're just a little north of that. You almost
so we're close.
Yeah, it's on the left side of the road of Thanes Pass.
Oh, we went right.
You're on the right side of Thanes Pass.
Okay.
Into the cave. You're on the right side.
Well, should we wait till the morning and go? You said it's not good at night to go.
Right. No, the Temple of the Night Serpent was created, from what I understand, I don't know a ton about it, was created a millennia ago for Dendar, the Night Serpent, one of the gods that used to have some control over Amonrath, but no longer does. And the temple ruins, they're partially above ground.
Okay.
In a sort of a swampy area, but once you go inside, it descends further and further, deeper and deeper into Amonrath.
And do you know if a swamp is considered jungle?
Dinah says, actually, now that you say it, it is more jungle.
That's what I was hoping.
It is more jungle than swamp. Why?
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Oh,
He's a lion.
Well, I'm afraid of swamps. You would understand, right?
Yeah. No worries. You must have had a fun time crossing the Mistborn Marsh. And as you're talking to Dynan about this, the caravan's loaded. You've got your netherwork powder.
And what time of day is it?
It's getting to be sunset. It's time to and as Dynan is talking, they are hurrying you along. They want to get into. They have 1 hit point. They have used all their spell slots. They want to get home.
That's a mood.
Yeah.
Dynan, is this journey going to take more than, say, 1 hour?
They said no. We're not far. You almost made it. In fact, we'll have to pass the temple ruins before we can get to the homestead. But if we stay alert and stay cautious and make haste, we'll get to inside. Once we're inside the heavy stone walls of the fortress, we should be all right.
And this is your house again?
It's where I live. It's where I used to belong to the Emberstones.
Okay.
And
we're welcome there?
Of course, you can stay with me.
Huh.
I
Giggity.
am going to turn into an owl. Don't be scared.
She laughs, or they laugh. Certainly. No worries.
I turn into an owl.
Okay.
And then I fly up, and I'm just going to be a lookout for the group as they walk to the house.
All right, roll a perception check for me.
All right. Is this based on eyesight?
I mean, you can use whatever eyesight
Sight and hearing.
Or hearing.
Excellent.
Yeah, whatever helps.
I'm going to take 2 turns in a row and cast Cure Wounds on Dynan twice.
Okay. All right.
That is a 13 because I cannot roll.
Okay. Well, I mean, you don't see anything major. Like, recently you've seen hill giants and you've seen, some marauders. You're not really that concerned about the various other creatures that roam around, but large things you're not seeing, and you have pretty good sight with that. What did you heal for?
20 points total.
20 points. Okay, thank you.
That was two rounds of Cure Wounds.
21 hit points. Okay, just a quick aside to those who watched the 3 Sheets one-shot with Dynan Idor in it and helped develop this character, they have changed a little over the course of the writing of Amon-Rath. So don't freak out if they do something that you're not expecting. Rylan might be thrilled or terribly disappointed. I don't know. I'm just letting you know ahead of time so that I don't get a bunch of whats in the chat. Okay.
What?
So,
I'm reading chat and freaking out, going, "Oh man, we're going to this guy's house."
Their house.
So how are we proceeding?
Thank you.
I mean, do they speak in the third person too, or what?
No, I'm trying to be inclusive, and this character we developed as a binary character.
Okay.
But I'm struggling to remember the pronouns, so I apologize. They're they, them.
Okay. Well, we just we suit up and follow along.
Okay. And you guys are moving quickly, but it doesn't seem like you're even moving as quickly as Dynan. Dynan is got Dan running through the area. What is horse food twos? You'll have to use like double speed, I guess.
60.
60. Let me.
That's a lot.
Well, so double would be 120.
Yeah,
The
120,
normal
yeah.
speed is 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead.
What I'm going to do is sit on the back of our cart with horse food.
Yep.
And I'm going to practice some of my new cantrips. So I will ask Beaufort and Gloton and Daros and Dynan and ask them to come over there because I'm sitting on the back and I'm kind of tired and still slightly holy.
Okay. Dynan has encouraged all of you to ride something. So I would say that, Gloton, you probably hopped on the back of Horse Food 2. And Uko, you are...
He's an owl.
Never mind. You are definitely flying over the sky. So Beaufort probably would jump on because you had dog foo. And so
yeah, I'm going to say certainly I'm going to get on her shoulders.
No, you're getting on horse foo. And Daros is riding in the caravan, and Uko's on the back of the cart, and Gloton is flying overhead.
Cool.
The camel has a speed of...
Who is flying overhead?
50 feet. Dan has a speed of 50 feet. Anyway, eventually you do come to what looks like a very small fortress. It's got stone walls that are about 10 feet high, a big gate. It's a wooden gate, but it has strong bolts and hinges on it, and it's set a little open, and Dynan jumps off the jockey box and goes over and opens it all the way and encourages Dan to go in, and Dan just drives right in. He knows exactly where he's supposed to go, and this is his homestead too, and he kind of just waits there patiently to get unharnessed from this caravan. And Beaufort, you drive Horse Food 2 right along in beside. Dynan definitely gives you a wide berth with Horse Food 2, and quickly runs around and closes the gate and drops the big heavy bar to seal the gate in. Looking around the homestead, you see a smallish house. Nice size, but smallish. You see a small stable with 2 stalls, and you see what looks like a workshop or some other building, an outbuilding perhaps, it may be storage. And you also see a small garden not a yard for you British people, a garden with growing fruits and vegetables and other things. You also see kind of running around in this in a pen are some hens and chickens. And
chickens make lousy house pets.
But they're delicious.
It's about, I would say 8-ish, and Dynan makes sure they are running around. They've unharnessed Dan and taken him to the barn and made sure that, or the stables, and made sure that Dan's getting their food. Dynan says you can take horse food or your horse in there if you want, but everything's in there that you need. If you need some food, it's in there. I'm gonna make sure the chickens are okay, and then I'm gonna close up for the night and get in the house and make some dinner. I'm starving. This has taken a lot out of me.
Well, we're hungry too. So what can we do to help?
Oh, I've got plenty of rations. Come on in. We'll probably some chicken. Probably have chicken tonight.
Yeah, that's Uko's favorite.
Can I make the barbecue? Can I barbecue chicken? Yeah,
use that jerk seasoning you got. I love that stuff.
Okay.
Is that okay?
She seems amiable. In fact, she's very happy to let you all cook if you'd rather.
Glaton's a great cook.
I would love that. And I was an owl for a second ago, and I turn into Glaton, and I say that.
Okay. She looks a little surprised, but they're like, yeah, absolutely, and they show you their kitchen and help yourself. I can't wait to see what you cook up. There's chicken in the larder, and let me know what you need. I could go get some fresh greens out in the garden for a salad if you want.
That would be perfect. Look for this color.
What color are you showing her?
My arm.
Oh, you're green. Okay. Certainly. And then as soon as we get done with supper, we'll get those weapons enchanted. And so she goes outside, and she's outside now in the garden. What do you guys do? Welcome back.
I'm going to help Glaton with his cooking. I want to make some nice spicy chicken. Can I start the fire?
Certainly.
Of course, I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
He's a very narrow-minded chef.
So what are you all doing?
I'm going to kick back and rest. I feel safe here.
It's a nice, sturdy fortress, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys think that Dynan could re-enchant Brittany?
When she gets back... Oh, we're here now. Yeah, she said... They said that when they get back home.
I mean, probably tomorrow.
But they might have to rest, yeah.
Yeah.
She said... they said spent. They were spent.
Yeah. Jaros, what are you doing?
I'm going to go outside by the hens and just to make sure they're doing okay.
Okay, where's Jenny?
Jenny is on me. She's on my shoulder. She's been running around in my jacket and my cloak and stuff.
Okay. All right. So you go outside and see Dynan picking lettuce out of the garden. Maybe grabbing a carrot, some turnips, maybe.
I'm gonna check on the hens.
Okay. Well, they're kind of dozing for the night, I guess you would say, in the hen house. So they're just kind of softly sleeping there in their nests.
Okay, I'm gonna go back inside the area where there is the cooking fire that's starting, and I'm gonna look over to Glaton and say, "Could you do me a favor? Could you put some water on to boil? I think I need to make some Oganja tea tonight."
Ooh, that'll be good. I always get hungrier when I drink that stuff.
Okay.
And then Glaton starts to smell delicious and.
I always smell delicious. I've got so much garlic on me.
I meant to tell you.
Yeah,
the last time
Uko has a bunch of garlic oil splotches all over
smeared on his face.
Glaton, the last time that you defended me with your walk, you dripped teriyaki on me, and it was so good.
It's really good, isn't it?
Oh man, I loved it.
See, the trick is you have to caramelize the sugars in the thing that you add. It's important. It thickens.
Yeah, it was robust.
Robust. Uko, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just chatting with Glaton as I'm watching the fire and trying to make sure the fire doesn't go out.
Okay. All right.
And I'm telling him how much fun I had this afternoon after I woke up, riding on the back of the cart, using my new cantrip molder, and I was making holes and making piles of dirt as we were traveling around the road.
So,
trying to make some rough terrain and a lot of different other things out there.
I'm going to show Uko my drum head got wet. I'm going to ask him if he can fix it. The drum here, the sheepskin is wet.
Oh, you want me to dry it with burning hands?
Oh, no. Maybe there's a way to mend it.
Oh, Mandy. Oh, that's right. I have something like that, don't I?
I did a little light bulb to put over, like a little image of a light bulb going over.
You can fix everything with fire.
Okay, well, I go sit in a corner and I try out this mending thing. I haven't tried it before, so don't blame me if it comes out weird looking.
That's okay. It's kind of already shot here. It's not worth anything if it's wet. So
what
give
was
it a go.
Supposed to be again? Just so I remember what it's supposed to look like.
It's supposed to be tight, like kind of dry and tight.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
Okay. All right, so that evening you have a delicious chicken dinner that Glaton has prepared with Uko's help, with some little extra jerk seasoning and 5 sturdy glasses of Moganja tea. Dynan she liked the Moganja tea, but they kind of secretly try to pour a little bit of sugar in it to see if it might help a little bit take the bitterness away. But they look like they're trying to be a good sport about it. And nice.
It's not a bitter flavor. It's more of a skunky flavor.
It's the aftertaste you want.
It's the aftertaste you want.
And then they put together a nice salad, and it's a nice meal. And it's nice to be inside a nice dry house. Later that evening, as they sit by the hearth, they've got what weapons do they have to re-enchant per your father's request?
I got a short sword and a dagger that was booned.
Okay.
Dynan, I would like you to look at this spear. It's very good. It's very good.
Certainly.
So you might not be able to improve it at all, but I do need to continue holding it while you do your thing.
Oh, you can't. She looks at you a little curiously. You can't let me just hold it?
Oh, of course I could. I just don't want to.
And she...
Dareth, maybe you were right.
Go ahead.
He left. It's fine.
I'm just right.
You're breaking up. Say it again.
I'm thinking maybe Daros was right. Maybe he is a little possessive of this thing.
Possessive of this thing. Okay. So Dynan holds it in their hand and understands that you're not letting it go, and casts a spell, and then you realize that you can't let it go. This weapon doesn't mean much to you. You really liked your cleaver. Your cleaver was something you cooked with, and it was such a nice cleaver.
What'd you do?
And then she explains that your weapon that you found was cursed.
It was cursed? It was better than my cleaver. I was killing people with... Well, okay.
She explains that the spear wasn't letting you use any other weapon, and there's much better weapons out there for you. And she says, "Here, I'll do you one better." She says, "Here," and she takes your cleaver, your beloved cleaver, and adds it to the pile of things that she's going to re-enchant.
All right. I don't know how to feel about this. I have to go think.
And then she does point you to the area in her small house where you all four can bunk down if you'd like. She looks at Uko and decides that maybe Uko would like to be by the fire in the hearth. Daros, what did you have something for me to enchant or re-enchant?
I believe it was a cloak.
It was whatever your father enchanted for you the first time.
Was it my cloak of the fireflies?
No, it would be whatever gave you a +1 to hit and attack. And damage. Uko, what was your weapon that you had?
I had a flaming dagger it's called Melon, or is it Marlin?
Oh, she said. Oh, she says your flame tongue dagger. Yes. She says, but did your father give you a weapon or enchant a weapon that you had on you that you would like for me to re-enchant?
Oh yes, I had a dagger.
Okay.
And I give her my dagger.
Okay.
My old dagger.
Right. Okay, so she's got Beauford's short sword dagger, Glaton's cleaver, Daros's what?
Oh, I had a ring.
It looks like that.
No, it's not the ring.
It's not the ring of the unassuming?
No, that's the ring that you found. It's fine. I'll remember it later. And
well, you know what? Because believe it or not, I have one unidentified item in my inventory.
Well, this is one that he would have said gives you the extra hit and attack or damage. Anyway, they have all these items, and they say by morning these will be done. Uh-oh. We're missing a Beaufort. You guys all got shifted around.
I am Beaufort now.
Well, let's take a break
without an accent.
Oh.
Yeah, I will. That it is 9. So why don't we do that? There's Beaufort back again.
Sorry.
I was just about to go on a break anyway, so that works out. When we come back, it'll be the next morning, unless you guys tell me right now that you want to have something more to do during the evening. But I want to also tell you 4 that you are now level 7.
Perfect.
Okay.
No, I just want to sleep and get all my spells back.
Oh, I guess.
And my health back.
Right before the break, Glutone runs through the house with a knife and puts it in the pile.
Oh, okay. Just any old knife, or what kind of knife?
It's a boning knife.
Boning knife
for cooking
gotcha.
as well.
All right.
Yeah, the cleaver and the boning knife. Yep.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
Okay.
Was mine the tiara? And then I've got a shiny silver cup.
What do you have in your inventory as things you can hit people with?
I think you would have had a staff that gave you spell.
I have a quarterstaff, a basic quarterstaff.
I think it gave you a +1 for your spell attacks or something.
No, nothing's doing that. No. Okay, breaking it.
Yes. Welcome back, everybody, except Daros. He'll be with us soon. We had a little bit of a discussion right after we went to break about, as you probably heard, because I forgot to mute that mic, about what on him was the +1. I'll have to go back and look at that episode and remember what it was. But anyway, that evening, you all are just enjoy that meal, and you camp out. She doesn't have enough beds for everybody, obviously. She lives by herself. They live by themselves. I'm so sorry. And but they have plenty of blankets and pillows and other comfortable furnishings for you to sleep on. A sofa, a chair. There's Daros. And they provide a nice night's rest for you. In the morning, you wake up and they've already started breakfast, which is more chicken, but there's also some sausages and
ooh, I love sausage
and some warm bread. And they
biscuits, gravy.
Sure. Yes. And they have your all your weapons, handing them back to you, and they all seem to have a nice +1 advantage to them, except Glaton's.
They're +0.5 each.
No, they hand back Glaton's cleaver and boning knife, and they are +2s.
Oh, these look very shiny. Thank you. Can we pay you for these services that you have rendered?
They said I've already been paid in advance for this service. However, I do have some obviously I've gotten my merchandise back. If you want to purchase anything from my cart, I have some things that might interest you for our adventure.
Spicy seasonings is probably something that we need to restock on.
They say I don't have any of Uko's jerk seasoning. In fact, if you want to leave some with me, Uko, I'd appreciate it. That was very tasty on the chicken last night. And then she looks at Daros and says, but I'm good on the Moganja tea.
Oh, I wasn't going to share that anyway.
Daros, maybe if you put some jerk seasoning in your tea.
Ew. Don't do that, Daros.
Spicy.
But Dynan says that they have some gems in one of the crates. There's some gems that you might need. There's some vials.
Any blue ones?
Blue ones? No. They said they've got a pearl. They've got a diamond, and they've got 2 diamonds actually, and they've got a jade. If anyone needs a jade, they have some vials of poison, acid, and antitoxin. A couple of those each.
I'm gonna inquire about the antitoxins. How many do you have?
She looks through the crate and she says, "They say I've got 2."
I'll take both.
Okay. They're 50 gold pieces each, but...
Sure. Glad. I'll give you 100.
Okay.
For both.
They say thank you.
Oh, no. 50 for both? For each or both?
There was for each.
Okay.
But I'll give
you 100.
Bargain with you, but I appreciate
No. I gladly give her 100.
Okay. They kind of chuckle.
I give them.
It's okay. They kind of smile and say, "Don't worry about it." Dynan has a couple. Actually, they have 4 potions of healing at 50 gold each.
Uko!
Yeah.
I could buy some of those for us. Have 50 gold each?
Yes, they look through the crate again of the potion crate, and Dynan says, "Oh, it looks like I had 5, but one must have broken when those thieves carried the crate down to the cave. But it looks like I have 4 good ones left."
Is that 200 gold? Did I do math?
That's the correct amount. Yes.
All right, here's all of my gold. Please take 200.
Okay. And they reach into your gold pouch and take exactly 200, although I don't know how you would know that.
Do you have any healing kits or anything? Band-Aids. I need boxes of Band-Aids because I'm always bleeding.
Do you have anti-arrow spray?
They said I don't have any medicine kits. No, but I have. Oh, here. What about these? They pull out from one of the larger crates these very nice-looking bracers. They said, I found these on a dead troll in Lath just after Julia Aku. Sorry about the smell.
Oh, I don't mind bad smells.
And they explained that these are bracers of archery.
Bracers of archery.
And Dynan says, typically I could sell them for about 125 gold, but if anyone wants them, I'm willing to sell them for 100 gold. To one of you, that is.
I'll try one of those.
Well, it's
100 gold?
Only one I have. Yes, they're bracers of archery.
Do those work with throwing knives at people?
Well, I think they work with anything you throw.
Okay, good. I don't want them, but Uko seems like he would use them. Brothers Beaufort and Daros, here are a potion of healing each, and that gives me
thanks.
one, and then Uko, you get the last one. So I have one, and each of you has one, except Uko has more than one.
Yes.
I gotcha, I think.
Okay, well let's get started because we want to get through to the first chamber as soon as possible. That's as far as I can take you.
Okay.
They say it is as far as any one of us has ever traveled down there, but apparently, according to Galaderos, you must travel further. But I can take you to that first chamber.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
And
now,
is there any lore about what's in there?
No one has explored it since Hilda has gone down there, and when she disappeared, everyone sort of just left it alone, thinking that...
What was she looking for down there?
I don't think she was looking for anything in particular.
Exploring?
I think she was just doing something in her old age to make her happy, and exploring always made her happy.
Gotcha.
At least according to what I've read. Her diary is currently in a museum or some safe house in Dyrebrook, so I can't even consult that. But that's just the word I've heard.
Okay.
And not much is known about her companion except that they were lifelong friends.
Okay.
Okay. Where do you want to keep Horsefoo, your horse, and your cart?
Can we leave it here with you? And I will get rid of Horsefoo.
Yes, absolutely. I'm leaving Dan here as well. We'll go on foot.
Okay.
Dynan offers to cast Arcane Lock on your crate if you're that worried about it. But Dynan also says that'll put me down a spell. It'll tap that out. Hey, Dust!
Well, I mean, if we can leave it here, right? It's safe at your house.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the boom boom crate.
Yeah,
and, there's other people around, right, that can watch it?
Just point of order. The potion of healing that I was given by you, was that a greater healing 4die4 plus 4?
No, just traditional. It's hard to find. You'll have to look under, type in potion, don't type in healing.
It's not a magic item.
Yeah, so type in potion.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they say, well, I would hate anyone to scale the walls and get in, but I can certainly lock it into the barn and hope no one, breaks into the barn. But it should be safe enough. There's no neighbors. This fortress is all by itself out, kind of off the main trail. But there's no neighbors and no one else is here. This is a very small homestead.
All right, I trust it, guys. What do you think?
I'm fine with it. I mean,
Okay.
Their stuff was here when we got back. It was fine.
Yeah, her stuff. I mean, their stuff was here. Yeah, let's just leave it here.
And just another little point of order. We feel a little bit stronger, and we feel a little bit
You've all
more
leveled to 7.
experienced.
Yeah.
So should we just roll our hit points for real quick?
Oh yeah, I thought you were doing that during your break, but apparently you were off doing something else.
There were some things I was doing.
Are you getting bats out of someone's house?
I rolled a 3.
Okay. Oh, 3. Okay. So take the
I had
average.
to take. I took average as well.
Take the average.
I'm taking average.
I want to leave this with you, and Glatone has somehow managed to get the spear back and hands it back to Dine. I don't think I can be trusted with it.
Well, no worries. I've removed the curse, and you can now hand it off, and I will make sure that it doesn't curse anyone else.
Good, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
In thank you for all of that. Here you go. And Horse Food 2 disappears.
Okay. She looks relieved. Dot does not like horses whatsoever. Okay. And so you all exit out the front of her homestead. She firmly closes the gate behind and does a little latch on it. It's not really locked per se, but it looks a little complicated, so you feel like it's secure. Like you said.
Should I try and stick it?
Well, Uko, we're actually heading out, so I don't. It's locked, but if you unlock it, then I'll have to relock it, and we won't get started. Shall we go?
Can I unlock it later when we come back?
Absolutely. That'll be your job.
Sweet.
She kind of pats her breast pocket where the key was. She put the key, and just kind of stops and goes, "Yep, that'll be your job when we get back. You pick that lock." She's looking at all of you very fondly. They are looking at you very fondly. Okay, so Dynan sets off northward, up the way you came. You passed it on the way. It was dark though, and it's off the trail a little bit, so you might have missed it as you came down. And you come upon an area off the trail that begins to get a little jungly, and it is the trees are kind of overhanging and definitely vines and jungly appearance. And soon you come upon a large stone structure that looks like the remnants of an old temple. It is weathered gray and green with age and has a lot of vines crawling all over it. In fact, you kind of jump a little bit because one seems to move, and it turns out it was a snake just kind of slithering away into the jungle. And
those taste like chick.
I do. They're quite good, actually.
And Dynan says, "All right, let's get going. The sooner we can get, sooner I can show you this chamber and the entrance to the area that descends further, the better for you."
All right, let's raid the temple in the first arc.
They kind of look around for big boulders.
And snakes. I hate snakes.
I hate snakes. Daros is like, nope, I'm out. Okay, so you enter the you enter through an what looked like it was a large round door, but flat at the bottom. And as you enter, almost immediately the air gets cold, and the walls are very dark. They have that same grayish green sort of color to them. Vines are hanging overhead. They have come through the earth and are hanging in the overhead areas. This is all dirt around. And there are no doors to individual chambers that kind of jut off from the main corridor. Just these holes. And you realize that you heard Diane tell the story of the serpent, the night serpent, and realize that the worshippers of of Dendar must have been snake-like in appearance.
Mm.
And I don't know if any of you have any experience or knowledge of the Naga, but Dynan tells you about them, how they are snake-like humanoids that slither around on their tails, but they stand upright and have arms and are able to use weapons and wear armor, and they can be very fierce.
Hmm.
It's like a centaur, but with a horse.
Do they taste good?
Or a snake.
Glaton, they look at you like, don't say horse. They hold out their hand, and then Uko, they look at you and say, I don't know what they taste like. I assume they would taste like snake. I've never had one before. Okay.
Are they nice people, generally speaking?
Dinah says, from what I understand, they were not nice people. Dendar was forced out of Amonrath millennia ago, and his followers descended into the caves and died out, from what I understand. And they were never seen again. I've certainly never seen one. I've only ever heard the stories.
Hmm.
The floor is made out of dirt. Is that it?
Yes, but the chambers around are cave-like. Not chambers. The walls are cave-like, but occasionally you see the stacked stone of the temple as more and more you descend further into the. You see pieces of it. This is an old temple, and at the surface you saw a part of it, but then as you went down you see parts kind of jutting out, almost like part of it was buried, but part of the tunnel still remained. So you're kind of going through dirt and the tunnel.
Okay. Maybe I'll try playing with one of my new spells there.
There you go.
So I'm going to make a smooth path for us in the middle, and then dig holes everywhere else. Make lumps and move the dirt around. Okay. Maybe draw some stuff like we were here, and we're going this way, arrows and stuff.
It's very narrow, and the more you mold the earth, the more you're causing it to become difficult terrain. So you're having to it's taking a little bit longer, and Dinah just kind of says, well, we're almost there, but you might want to make sure that this is nice and smooth in case you have to make a hasty retreat. And by now the air is very cold. It has become very subterranean. You've now been descending slowly downward, just like you were in Netherwork Mines, for a couple of miles at this point.
But it's not as cold as the Netherwork Mines.
It is
colder than the Netherwork
much
Mines.
colder.
Well, I'm not liking that.
No, which is unusual because the Netherwork is further north.
Is it damp too?
It's unusually dry.
Okay.
It's just cold, and the air is stagnant. It's not bad. It's just stagnant. You do catch a whiff. Let me get my document up here. You do catch a whiff of an unusual odor.
Wasn't me.
It's like a pungent smell of mothballs.
Whoever smelt it dealt it.
It wasn't me.
Anyone want to do
It might have been me. I get into some stuff.
Medicine check?
Do they have a moth problem down there?
Yeah, I'll do a medicine check.
Yeah, if you want to do a medicine check. Nice.
Oh, man. It skipped off a 20 and went to a 2. I made a 9.
Wait. Let me try concentrating a little bit. And who else wants to try this? Because I can try this guidance thing.
I had rolled. I could also roll another dice.
Okay.
Or you could roll a dice.
You want to give someone guidance on the next roll or check?
Yeah, I'll reach over to Glaton and I'll pat him on the head. Oh, well, he's got a plate or a bowl on his head, right?
Yeah.
It's something, yeah.
Yeah.
A pan.
Colander. It changes sometimes depending on what's
Colander.
clean.
I'll give him a good pat on the head and say, guidance. There you go.
Okay.
See if that helps.
So that's a 21 total.
Okay. So,
Nice.
guidance. So, Guitan, you recognize this as an herbalist. It occurs on coal tar, which is used by healers for rashes and fungal infections. It's a certain kind of medicine.
As for fungal infections,
Yes, you kind of smell that.
like it helps those.
Right, like it would be a medicine to take or apply to someone with a fungal infection or for a rash.
I'm going to need that. No questions asked.
I mean, I wouldn't ask any questions about that. That sounds like bad things would come out of your mouth. I don't understand what I know, but I do know it. That this smells like a thing that you use for funguses. Like, you know how when sometimes you get something on you and then mushrooms just start growing everywhere? It's like that.
Oh, yeah.
But in reverse, because it helps.
But you just smell it. You don't see anything that you could pick up or use. You just kind of have that odor is wafting in the air, and it's pungent. So another mile downward goes by, and Dynan says we're almost there. This will be the first large chamber that we believe would have been the last chamber that Hilda was in. Some of her belongings were found here, and the exit out of that chamber that ventures downward, we started to explore, and it got too dangerous, and no one who's ever gone down there to investigate has come back.
That's lamentable.
But
So you're saying there's a chance.
This was many, many, many years ago. No one's been down there recently.
At this point, I'm going to try to drink one of the jungle juice invisibility potions and see what happens.
Okay.
I'm going to say, guys, let me know if you can still see me.
Okay.
I drink one.
And I have to look back to see what it does.
Perhaps if you take all your clothes off, maybe we'll see you then.
Maybe if I turn around, I won't see you.
You called them jungle juice potions?
Yes.
So what I wrote down is when imbibed, you become invisible in jungle terrain.
Yes.
There is a 50% chance this stops working after 10 minutes. Contains 1d6 servings.
Okay, so on the one that you tried, roll a d6, and what'd you roll?
Okay. 1.
Okay, had 1 serving in it.
Okay.
And I will roll to see what happens after 10 minutes.
Okay, sure. Well, so did it initially work?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're invisible.
So I'm invisible inside the temple.
Yes. Yes, this is
Okay.
considered jungle terrain.
Hey, you guys, I got a few of these. You guys want to all drink one?
Where'd that come from? Where'd that voice come from?
Is it spicy?
He told us to watch him drink it.
Daryl
I know,
Daryl's
but then
just playing with
also-
Jenny.
But then all of a sudden, this voice came out of nowhere.
Then I'm going to talk to him in my ring. Daros, it's me.
Yeah, where are you at? Did you leave the party?
We're all standing right together,
I'm
eh?
right here.
You're hearing an echo as well, because you're hearing it through the ring and through in the room.
Hang on a second, I can take these off.
Yeah, mute one of them.
Yeah, I can hear you better now. Now there's only one of you.
Yeah.
So you drank the jungle juice and you turned invisible.
Yeah.
That seems like a good idea.
I have a whole case of these things. You guys want one?
I have one already, and I am currently unstoppering. I will take it as well.
Okay, roll a d6.
We're rolling real bad, guys. That's a 1.
Okay, you had 1 serving, so you drink it. I think you guys spent 27 gold on each of these.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I still got 1 more. It's fine.
Okay. And
I had
Do
12.
I get one?
Yeah, I'm
can't
going to give
believe
you
we lugged around
Daros one.
I can't believe we lugged around a case of this stuff.
I have a case of them.
Uko, you do have a case. Uko, you feel a potion bottle appear in your hand, or touch your hand, and you.
Oh.
Yeah, you immediately grasp it, and but you don't know who put it there, or you didn't see who put it there.
I'm gonna say, hey, Uko, it's me. Take this.
What do I do with it?
Drink it.
Drink it. Okay. So
It'll make you invisible, like me.
Chug,
I unstop
chug,
it.
chug, chug.
Okay, roll.
Where is everyone?
Roll a d6.
Okay.
4.
4. It has 4 servings in it, but now it has 3.
Okay.
And yours. Let's see what yours does. Okay. Are you taking one, Daros?
Not after you said, let's see what yours does.
Well, no, there's a 50% chance it stops working after 10 minutes.
Ah, gotcha. All right. Yes, I go ahead and drink it.
All right, roll
And say, and as I'm drinking it, I'm going to say, but guys, when you're invisible, can you see other invisible things? Or are we all just going to have to keep talking on our way down here and not really be stealthy?
We can hold hands.
Not sure, but yeah, we can kind of.
So you want to parade down there holding hands?
Yes, and also that's a very good ventriloquism.
I think you said that right.
So are you taking one, Daros?
Oh, I already drank it.
Roll a d6 to see how many servings it had.
Oh, I rolled a 5.
Okay, so it has 4 now.
All right. I have to add that to my inventory too.
Yeah, it's called Jungle Juice. I believe it's in D&D Beyond. I think I put it in there.
All right.
Oh, cool.
If I didn't, then let me know. I'll add it. Okay.
I've got it in there. I don't know who put it there.
All right. You travel further. Dinah, by the way, doesn't want any jungle juice. Dinah says, I can cast invisibility. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so you eventually travel further down. You take one break in there, a short rest. Because now you're down about 8 miles.
Okay.
8 to 9 miles. And Dinah's looking at the carvings on the walls and markers left by other adventurers and has provided a lot of guidance to get you down here. But eventually they lead you to an opening in a cavern that opens into a large chamber. And Dinah says, okay, through this door, through this opening, and off to the right will be the entrance to the lower part of the rest of Hilda's Lament, or the Temple of the Night Serpent. Are we ready?
Well, did our visibility wear off during the short rest?
All but Daros's. Daros is still invisible.
Then right before we go in, I'm going to drink another one.
All right, roll to see how many charges that has on it.
One.
Yeah,
One. All right, it's gone.
I'm drinking another one as well.
Okay.
3.
I didn't know we were going to
2
short
left.
rest after that.
I mean, you're traveling miles and miles. It's not like you're
Right.
Okay.
Can I try and hide behind my invisible brothers?
You
No.
certainly.
Dur.
All right, so Glaton, Daros, and Beaufort are, for all you know, are invisible for at least the next 10 minutes, and Uko is still visible. And so is Dynan. Dynan didn't cast anything on themselves. Okay.
I'm gonna take the.
Hey, by the way, Dinan's going first then.
Yes, Dynan's going first. They know this. I'm gonna move them into position now because they know this area. Who would be behind Dynan?
Oh, me, definitely. And I also have my mining pick of ore seeking strapped to my back rather than in a pack or something.
Okay.
So I can access it.
That's good to know. Who's bringing up the rear?
I can do that.
I am.
Oh, I'll bring up someone else's rear.
Beaufort will go second, so Uko can have my rear.
Why do I play this game? Okay, so you see this is what you see at the entrance to the map. You see what Dynan's talking about. That's Dynan in front there with the beige cloak on. You see that other Glaton for sure. You see it. And those of you with dark vision can see across to the right there, the exit for out of this chamber further down into the Temple of the Night Serpent.
Oh, are we back in that cave again?
Well, it's similar. I mean, the caves in this system, I mean, it's only a couple hours.
But we're miles deeper.
Miles deeper, but it's the same rock formations and things.
Okay.
I wasn't going to make another cave terrain.
All right.
Do they have the same people inside?
Do we see any activity? Let's sneak across, guys.
Is this an arrow-free environment?
roll a perception. You guys are not being stealthy, by the way. I just want to point that out.
I'm invisible.
Sure.
We're gonna try to be stealthy.
All right, roll stealth.
Roll stealth.
Ooh, I rolled a nat 20.
I am not being stealthy. You were correct.
I get another one because I have advantage.
You have advantage, yes, you do.
So, that one's even worse. All right.
I had a 15.
Choice between a 10 and a 3. How's that?
Well, plus add your stealth because you probably have a plus.
Yes. Plus 2.
Okay. All right.
That's
so
5.
yeah, Glatan, you're clanking like usual, so you're making a bit of racket. Dynan is not being very stealthy themselves anyway. And you enter into the chamber. I'm gonna move the door just to make it easier for you to see.
Oh, much better.
And you walk in, and it looks, from where you're standing, it looks okay.
I feel like this is fine. I should just go first and just draw all the people.
Hold on 1 second. Perhaps maybe myself or Beaufort, you have a spell that might enhance his abilities out there. Just to kind of
spells. I forgot. Oh, right. Let me look.
Buff him up or something.
Well, I have that helping cantrip that I could use.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I have that helping cantrip I could use. I think that's called something like, I don't know, dog find?
Dog find.
Oh, it's called guidance. Yeah.
Guidance.
That one.
All right, you're casting guidance on.
I'll cast guidance.
I need everyone to roll for perception, please. Everybody rolled for Dynan.
Ooh. Oh, that's a nice one.
That's okay.
I had a 22.
Dirty 20.
19.
Okay. Uko?
25.
Okay, so you actually all hear it, and Dynan does not. But there is someone coming out of the opening that heads further south, or further down deeper. And let's roll for initiative, because they're coming right at you.
Someone does come out of this place. It's not just... It's not like some sort of black hole. People can come out. See?
Good.
That's good.
Maybe it's somebody going to try and sell us something. I rolled a 5 total.
15.
All right. Uko 5.
Yeah.
Daros
15.
Glatan
4.
Beaufort
17.
Okay, and Dynan actually rolled a natural 20, so she's got 23. All right, Dynan's up first. Immediately, Dynan is going to look at her spell list because didn't expect that they would roll first. They are going to cast mage armor on themselves. And give themselves AC. And then hold. They're going to stay right where they are. All right. What are you going to do? Beaufort, you're up next.
All right. I do not have dark vision, so
You don't really need it because the figure coming out seems to be glowing.
oh, okay. Ugh.
Can you see that okay?
Yeah, I can see
like
it.
8 other things over the top of the map. Okay, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move basically towards the north, towards the north, I guess. Basically right through Dynan and just go all the way to that rock in the corner.
You know we're invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you 25.
I can move 25.
Yep, that's 25 right there.
Okay.
And what would you?
Are
you gonna hold an action?
I'm gonna do that stealthfully,
Okay.
which is an action.
Yep, roll still.
That's a nat 1.
Well, you probably maybe pooted a little bit on your way.
I farted.
Out of fear.
It's the old fart crop dusted Dynan on the way by.
Oh,
That was also a bonus action, by the way,
what are those mothballs?
and a reaction.
Reaction, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna hang out right there.
Okay, Daros,
Subjugation.
you're up.
Daros?
Yes, Daros.
Good. If I can see the map correctly, I will be moving to the west.
How many? Your full movement?
Yes, 30.
Okay. All right.
And hold on.
Sorry, I forgot you had 20 seconds delay looking at the map.
Yeah, my bad. Am I within 60 feet of said something coming out of cave entrance? Am I within 60 feet?
Yeah.
12 inches.
Oh, no, you're not. Nope.
All right. Then I will then I can do that. Oh.
Ooh.
Are you invisible, Daros?
Yes.
Oh, since you moved, roll for stealth, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it's an action for him to go stealth. So he would have to decide to do it as an action.
Oh.
Because he's a
Yeah.
druid. Yeah, he doesn't get it as a
Okay.
bonus action.
Yeah, I don't get it. As a
So he might
bonus
not want to.
Yeah. Nope. Okay.
No, I just moved over there just normally,
Yeah.
and being invisible, thinking that's enough.
Okay.
Yeah, making footprints.
There you go.
Yeah,
Perfect.
making footprints, doing all
All right.
that
What do you
kind
want
of
to
stuff.
do?
You know what? I'm just going to. I'm going to hold my action.
Okay.
And if he makes a hostile movement towards any party member,
Okay.
I'm going to cast Frostbite, a cantrip at him.
You're gonna hold a cantrip.
I'm gonna hold a cantrip.
Gotcha.
Smart.
All
You
right.
don't waste a spell slot that way.
That's right.
All right. It's their turn. They are going to come out. And
Now, are they binary or are there two of them?
that one, you only see one so far. Is coming
They
right
could still be
there
binary.
You can still be
and
binary then.
Sees Dynan and sees Uko. You didn't take a second potion, right?
No.
All right, sees Uko, but the rest of you are still invisible from that. Did you take a second one, Glaton?
I did, although I rolled a 5 stealth coming in the chamber.
Yeah. Well, they still can't see you. You're still invisible, but yeah, you're noisy invisible. All right, they are going to lift up their hands and do a ranged spell attack on Dynan. Because they can see Dynan. And they actually 11 misses. And but they have to take nope, that's it. Okay. That's all they can do. Uko, you're up.
All right. How far away is that from me to?
It is Whatever 17 times 5 is.
85.
85
That's a
feet.
long ways. 85 feet?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe I'll just do an Eldritch Blast at it. It's the
Okay.
farthest thing I've got.
All right, go for it.
So it's 2 counts
so-
of Eldritch Blast.
So
right?
we're shooting first. Is that what?
That's what it looks like.
Well, it looks like a little snaky people, right?
No.
We don't know?
You
Or what is it?
You can only see 60 feet ahead, but they are kind of glowy. And
I
You can
have
see 120 feet.
I have devil feet.
then
or
you,
devil,
then you
devil
don't
vision.
see any snake features on them at all.
Oh, there's no snake features.
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
They are bipedal.
Bipedal. All right. Well, instead of attacking, maybe I'll wave and say, "Hey, whoever you are, come over here. It's dangerous down here."
That's your action?
That's my action.
Okay. Hey, Ben. Thank you for joining us. All right, Glaton. Finally, it's your turn.
I stand next to Uko because he's the one brother I can see,
Yes.
and I hold my shield up,
Okay.
and it's invisible,
Yes.
and I stand there.
And you stand there. Excellent. All right. Dynan, who sees it and sees that it is not a naga or serpent person, is going to attack. They recognize something about this creature, and Dynan is going to cast. I tried to ask someone on Nerdsmith, I called around trying to get friends to play this character. I'm so sorry I'm having to do it. Couldn't find anybody to play him. Because they would be able to do this better than I could. Oh, I know what they're going to cast. They're going to cast, because it's at will, a web. And they have to roll a dexterity saving throw. And they do. What happens?
They get caught in a web.
No, they saved.
Are they saved? Then
Yeah,
nothing
but
happened.
I can cast it. You conjure a mass of thick, sticky webbing at a point of your choice within range. Fills a 20-foot cube from that point for the duration.
It's a concentration spell, so the web spell stays there. But if you save versus it, you're not affected as you walk through.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You're just not affected by it. So it's anchored,
That's so
anchored
cool.
between two solid masses. If you start your turn in it, okay, perfect. So that's not a problem. It wasn't aiming for them anyway. And then that's their spell, and that is all. They're not going to move. Dynan's not going to move. All right, Beaufort.
Okay. So did Dynan put that there, or did they put that there?
I mean,
Dynan did.
You don't know because
I
you
can't-
were
okay.
off to the right, and you were looking forward and wouldn't have seen Dynan cast it.
Okay. Beaufort's gonna now run kind of towards the web and looking to get onto that rock that's attached, the smaller rock,
Okay, so what? 25?
25 feet.
You can get right about there.
Slow down. Slow down. You want to use your movement too, or is
Yeah,
that your
I-
action?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna move my another 20 feet up, right to that edge.
okay. You
Yeah,
get
right
25
there.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, not quite. No, back.
Back up.
And bonus action, I'm gonna give Daros a bardic inspiration.
Let's hear it.
All right. I got a kind of a different one for you here today.
Okay. All right.
We'll find a blue gemstone for you It'll be so blue in the tiara, adornments of red, of green, purple and white. The war won't be the same if it's not complete.
Nice. All right, you
I
feel
am
very
inspired.
inspired.
Very good.
All right, so that was inspiration for Daros.
Daros.
All right, you have your banana.
Bardic inspiration.
Bardic
It's a D8.
Yeah, what is it now?
It's a D8 still.
D8.
D8.
Okay.
D8.
All right,
Date.
and Daros,
It's a date.
It is also your turn right now. You see a web appear in a 20-foot cube in front of this spellcaster. You're still invisible. What would you
Okay,
like to do?
so I got a question.
Yes.
It didn't have its turn?
It did have its turn, and it was not able to cast what it wanted to cast. You don't know what it was going to cast.
But it made it an offensive gesture towards us.
You saw a flaming orb shoot out of its hands toward Dynan.
It's on. It's on.
Dynan
It's on.
went-
Let's go.
And Dynan went, web.
Gotcha.
Oh, I must have seen that too then.
All right. Is there any
Everyone
way I can
except Beaufort saw it.
strafe left and be able to still have the guy in my sights?
Yeah, Beaufort. No, you won't. You're behind a rock outcropping. And Beaufort, you would have seen it. You can.
Okay.
You can get to there, but
Quick!
you can't see over that. You have cover. That is. Let me find my.
Quick, run to the edges of the camera.
Yeah, quick! Quick, run out the camera. I have a bigger camera set up too. This is 10 feet tall. You can't see over it. I'll put the other camera up.
Well, I'm just looking at the. I can't shoot through the web, right?
No,
Ooh,
it's
that's a big camera.
It is a 20-foot cube, so it covers. I didn't have time to finish the other other 4 sides of my web, but it's a cube.
It's a 20 by 20 foot cube.
Yes, yeah. Think gelatinous cube, only webbing.
All right, then I guess I will still continue to move my max movement to the left.
Okay, so all 60 feet.
No, just 30 feet.
That's 30.
And I will hold my action
Okay.
with a frostbite aimed at anybody coming around the corner of the other side of that rock.
Okay. I will switch the camera. I adjusted it to see if it would be a little bit inclusive.
Yeah, that's better.
Dynan and Uko and Glaton are still right behind it.
They're not appearing on this film.
How
Yeah.
tall are the ceilings?
Oh, the ceilings are 50 feet up. 10 inches.
Hang on a sec. I
50
gotta
feet.
check.
They're 50 feet up.
It isn't raining down here. Thunder and lightning, perhaps.
All right, so whose turn is it now? It is Daros. You're still deciding what to do.
Oh no, I'm holding my action for
What action?
for a frostbite.
Okay.
If someone comes around that corner.
Okay. It is its turn, and it is not happy, and it is going to range spell that. And it is, I think it is flammable.
The web is definitely flammable.
Yeah.
There's a specific rule in the spell description.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
Diana can use the web and I can put it on fire.
yeah. But the thing is, I don't know what the number is to cast at it to if a spellcast hits the web or not.
It's probably a 5 armor class.
Yeah, I mean it's a 20 by 20 cube.
Okay.
It's
so
you're literally hitting a barn.
It is
Don't roll a
starting to
1.
burn away. It is starting to burn away, and it is probably half gone at this point.
I'm awed by it.
Because he didn't do
Fire.
They didn't do a lot of damage. Okay, and they are going to back up a little bit this way. Okay, Uko, you're up.
I like that web that's burning on fire, so I'm going to run up as close as I can to it.
What's your movement? 30?
30. Probably not very far.
Okay. Can you see that?
Give me 5 seconds.
Sorry. We're going to figure that whole Zoom map thing out soon.
So, is it still within 120? Because that thing tried to throw a fireball or something at Dynan.
Yeah, but you can't really see it. I think, well, it's half gone, so yeah, you can see it. Yes, you're 12 inches. Yep.
All right. So this time I will do an Eldritch Blast. If I'm
okay.
Just in range.
Are you trying to hit the creature or the web?
The creature.
The creature. Okay.
Eight and 7 plus 7, so that's 14 and 15.
That hits. What are you hitting with?
2 Eldritch Blasts.
Ah, yes.
All right, so both of those hit.
Oh wait, what are the 2 hits?
14 and 15.
Oh, those both miss. I thought you were adding them together.
No.
No, those both miss. I'm sorry.
14, 15. Those both miss.
Yeah, they both miss. Sorry. Do you want to move anywhere else? Oh, you can't. You've moved your. Do you have a bonus action?
I do have a bonus action. Let me see if I can do something here.
Glatan, you are on deck. And then that'll be the bottom of the order, and we will pick this up next week, but we'll let Glatan go. Uko finish his turn, and then Glatan go, and then we'll pick it up for next week.
I have something very courageous planned.
I can't wait to see it.
For my bonus action, I'm going to use a cunning action that's hide. I'm going to try and hide.
All right. Yeah, you're partially obscured by the half of the web that still remains, and you're kind of hiding behind your brothers a little bit. So yeah, you have a reason to do this. So why don't you roll for stealth? And you have advantage. Don't forget.
Yeah. 8 and 13. So that's 15 is my highest one.
Yeah, you feel pretty quiet.
Okay.
All right, Glatan, you are up. What are you magical thing you're gonna do?
I was going to go run up to Uko and protect him, but I rolled a 4 perception, so I do not see him. And I instead run as far as possible up to the burning web, because I figure Uko probably wants to see that closer.
So you have 25? 30?
It's 30, and I actually have an action to use for this, so I will move closer as well.
Okay.
Another, probably 20 or 25.
That's 20.
I don't actually know where he is, so I run past him.
Yeah. That's 20, but do you want to move closer to the web?
A little bit closer to the rock, if I have enough
this rock
movement
or
for
that
it.
Rock?
The left one.
Okay.
The small one.
You're going to run into Beaufort.
Yeah, you're about to run into Beaufort. You have 5 more feet of movement. Do you continue moving toward the rock?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I hit
You
Beaufort.
crash into your brother.
Oh, brother, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Dexterity check or something?
No!
Yeah, go ahead and do a dexterity check.
There's a puff of dust around them.
That's 16 for me.
If I was to check, damn. 9.
9. You don't quite knock him over. Beaufort's able to keep his footing.
Now, Glatan, are you invisible too?
I am.
Okay, so we're both just invisible.
You clang,
we can't see each other.
But you heard a
Flailing
huge
around in
clanging
the dark.
noise with all his plate armor clanging.
It goes to
behind you.
stealth.
I'm pretty sure I know what that noise is at this point.
Yeah, that sound is very recognizable. Okay, well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Join us next Tuesday at 8 East for the continuation. I will try to remember how this is set up. I'll take some pictures. And have this ready for us next Tuesday when we continue with the final arc, or the final episode of this arc next week. Thanks, everybody. Have a great
Thank you, Ann.
Yeah, we had a blast.
Goonies?
Oops.
You guys were all fun.
You guys are fun, too. Who are we going to rate? Are Shenanigans playing tonight?
They are. Two of them are unfortunately not available, but they are going to be streaming, I think, probably Jackbox games.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that'll be fun. We will give them a raid. And all right, everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.